Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will have the first possession of the game. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Right back to him on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Power football with the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Blue Devils are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Grab near the marker, it's Blackwell. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Pittman. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Wants to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Anthony. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, lets them all bounce a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Now on the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
This defense obviously came into this game prepared for the quarterback run. Linebackers, DBs, they're keying on him and just waited for him to pull that football, and you saw their ability to get hats to the ball quickly.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Duke! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Robinson. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Caught, close to the marker, it's Pittman. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Noles have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. It's caught, and he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line, because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. There he goes. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. At the 45 on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Just broke it. He smashes his way through again. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Taylor. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Dumps it to the back. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
This time it's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Floating away. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fires to the big fella. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. A little release to the back. Oh, what a cut! And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team is spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone...
He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Bringing the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the...
After the filthy move, he's got room. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They take the lead with the 6.
No, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and post. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but this breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. A first down for the offense. Right back to the well. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He'll pull it down and run. Gets the first himself. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball, and they forced 3 straight.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of of the shotgun. They go to the ground. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hit as he throws. He makes the catch. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Made it harder on themselves on first down, now second and goal from the 9. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's third and goal and third and long. Punts it out of the air. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 35 over Cal. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds his man. It's Pittman. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physical.
Makes the catch down the right side. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Ball into the end zone, and It's intercepted.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to him. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Rush is on him. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. He goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't pick up anything, but he did save a few seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught downfield. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. He uncorks one deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Bringing it back. And a great way for this defense to finish off this game as time has expired. So the offense will have at least one more shot at this after the pass interference penalty gives them an untimed down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing